looking at a rack of ribs that came out of an air fryer. Not a smoker, not an oven, an air fryer. And I'm about to show you 3 rules that make that possible. Now, I am not a chef. I am just a mom of 8 kids who has never really enjoyed cooking. And because of these rules, I've been nailing air fryer meat every single time. My name is Cathy and I'm empowering air fryer owners just like you. You ready to see it? Let's go. Here's the thing. Yes, I've got a smoker. Yes, we love ribs. And I'm gonna be honest, in the past I was like, ain't no way an air fryer can even touch ribs from the smoker. How on earth could air fryer ribs even turn out good? Now let me just put this out here. I am not claiming that air fryer ribs are better than ribs in the smoker, but making these in the air fryer, number 1, really cuts the time down. And number 2, you've got a little machine over here that costs way less than a smoker. So this is a great alternative to enjoy restaurant quality ribs right from home. So let's make up these ribs, and I'm gonna tell you about rule number 1. And we're gonna start out with a nice rack of ribs that you buy from your grocery store. First, you need to prep them. Of course, we're gonna rinse those off, pat them dry, and remove that silver membrane from the back of the ribs. Now, you just have to get a knife, poke under that thin layer of skin, use a paper towel to help pull that membrane off. I'm not gonna take a lot of time explaining it here, so if you need more details, just go search YouTube or Google. And depending on the size of your air fryer, you are gonna cut these in half or in thirds. I'm gonna give it a nice light mist of oil, and every last drop of my seasoning is gonna go all over these ribs. Now, if you need a seasoning recipe, here's mine. This recipe is in my brand new cookbook, Air Fryer Recipes for 2. It's on page 63 of the cookbook, but I'm gonna give it to you right here. The mix is 1.5 tablespoons of kosher salt, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of dark brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of paprika, 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of ground mustard, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Now we're gonna wrap each section tightly into foil. I highly recommend doing 2 layers of foil. The foil is key. This is gonna help it so it does not dry out while it's cooking. Wrap it up nice and tight. And then now you have a choice. You could either put these in the fridge, let them marinate for 24 hours, which I highly recommend. Or if you're just kind of like me and not great at planning ahead, you can go ahead and cook these up right away. They'll just be a little more tender if you give them those 24 hours to marinate. When you are ready to whip these up, I do recommend letting them sit out on the counter for about 30 minutes. Keep them in the foil. Then you're gonna go ahead and preheat your air fryer to 300 Fahrenheit or 150 degrees Celsius. And now let's talk about rule number 1. And it is knowing the internal temperature you wanna cook the meat to. Which is why I absolutely love the Typhur Sync air fryer, because it has a built-in wireless thermometer, a built-in probe for your meat. Just watch and see how this works. I've been using this for months now and I absolutely love it. Number 1, it just stores so nicely right here on top of the air fryer, so you don't even have to worry about losing it. Number 2, as soon as I turn it on, it knows that I'm going to use the probe because I've taken it out, and I have full control over how I'm cooking up my food. I can use one of these presets and just follow the guidance, or if I want to do the manual way, I can decide I want to cook my ribs up to temperature of 195, and then I click air fry and I can tell it the temperature I want to cook it at. So if you're short on time, you could do 380, but if you have a little more time, drop that temperature down to 300, so it's gonna cook a little bit more of that low and slow. Yes, indeed, it is that easy. So what I'm gonna do with this probe is just go ahead and insert it right through this foil. I do wanna continue to keep my ribs sealed nice and tight. And there's a little safety line here on the probe. I need to make sure that part is fully inserted in the meat. And for the connectivity, I do need this part outside of the foil. And I'm just gonna place my wrapped racks of ribs right here inside of the air fryer basket. Now, if you wanna try and kind of stack these around, maneuver them a little bit so you can get everything fit inside, you totally can. If you can create a little space in between them, that's even better. Now, you can see here on the Typhur, I have my presets all in place. I've got my temperature. I'm gonna try that low and slow, bringing it down to 300. In my cookbook, it does say 380 because I've got that a little bit faster version. And we will just push the start button and let these cook. And this is the magical part. Because we have the wireless probe and it's connected to the air fryer, it will stop cooking once it reaches that temperature, which means if I wanna go take a nap or read a book, yes, I can. Maybe I wanna do laundry or clean the house, or maybe not. It doesn't matter. I can walk away because the whole unit is taking care of the cooking process. It takes all of the guesswork out. Now I know what you might be thinking. You might be saying, this air fryer looks amazing, because it is, but you also might be thinking, Cathy, I just got a brand new air fryer. Now you are really making me want this one. I know, I get it. There is another option. Typhur makes wireless probes, like that could just be used anywhere. Air fryer, yes. Grill, yes. Oven, yes. This particular unit has 2 thermometers. It reads the temperature. It has an app. You can like set up your cook and all of those great things. So if you want to just go ahead and take on that feature of the wireless probe, you can snag that right there at Typhur. I have a coupon code for all of the Typhur products down in the description box. But this is a great thing to help tide you over. The only thing is when it hits that internal temperature, it's not gonna stop the air fryer unit from cooking. You would still have to manually do that. But no matter what you use, the rule still applies. You've got to take that internal temperature to know when your food is done and ready. Like I mentioned earlier, I absolutely love this air fryer. I've been using it for almost a year now. And yes, the price point is a little bit higher than your standard air fryer, but this one is elite. It's premium. Plus, it's a ceramic coated air fryer basket. It's 8 quarts. The basket is a whopping 10 inches by 10 inches by 5 inches deep. That means I can get a whole 6-pound chicken inside this air fryer basket. And don't you worry, I'm gonna show you how to do that in just a minute. And I just have to thank Typhur for being today's video sponsor. I love working with brands that I love. It's so exciting. So thank you to Typhur. And if you're telling yourself, yo, I need that in my kitchen, I got you. I've got a coupon code for you down in the description box. Use my code at checkout. You will save on the Typhur Sync or the Typhur probes. And honestly, as you're gonna see, it's just so much fun to let the machine do all of the work. And I never have to guess on that internal temperature or keep checking it over and over and over. It's been just over an hour and it hit that internal temperature. It smells so good. And now we're gonna carefully remove these packets from the air fryer, lay them out, take off that foil. Look at those juices. Wow, that smells so good. And now I'm gonna just brush some delicious barbecue sauce all over these ribs. Wow, 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 these are gonna be amazing. And I'm gonna put these back inside the air fryer. No foil needed at this point in time. I know my ribs are gonna hit that 203-degree temperature. That's when the meat is just tender. So I'm gonna air fry these for maybe about 5 more minutes. That way my barbecue sauce can caramelize. It's gonna have that nice char and bubbliness. And oh my goodness, yes, this is amazing. You're gonna let your ribs rest for about 10 minutes and go ahead and cut into them and enjoy. No, these aren't fall off the bone like you would get from a smoker, but they are tender enough, they are juicy, they're easy to chew. They were ready to go in less than 2 hours compared to 5 hours on a smoker.
Oh my gosh.
Starving boy.
Oh, that is gasoline.
All right, let's move on to recipe number 2 and rule number 2. We're gonna make all of this in one air fryer basket, an entire meal. We're gonna roast some potatoes and broccoli and a filet mignon. But before I show you how to cook that, let's just talk about rule number 2, which has to do with oil. Using just a nice light mist of oil on whatever you're cooking is what's gonna give you that beautiful char. Oil is a heat conductor, so it really helps with that browning. Now, you don't have to drown your food, right? I'm just talking about a light mist, like a teaspoon of oil. Now, personally, I recommend avocado oil. Avocado oil has a really nice high smoke point. It's a great neutral flavor, and it's healthy. And then I use a specific brand of an oil sprayer. I've been using it for years with no problems at all. It doesn't clog. I have a link to this down in the description box as well. Now, if you're really worried about the oil, here's one tip. You could wait and just cook up your food without the oil, and then at the end, if you're like, it just needs a little more browning, a little more char, then go ahead and just throw that light mist on like the last 5 minutes or so of cooking. Like when you have just like 10% of the cook left, then you can mist on a little bit of oil, crank up the heat a little bit, and you should get that nice char. The other bonus about the oil is that it helps the seasonings adhere to the meat. Here's the trick, and this might feel a little too advanced for some of you. Just stick with me though. We're gonna throw a serving of diced potatoes right inside this air fryer. I'm gonna throw in some frozen broccoli, and I'm just gonna fill up this side of the air fryer and leave this side for steak. And I'm just gonna season up my potatoes right now with a little oil, a little salt, pepper, and maybe I'll get wild and crazy and throw a little garlic powder on. Whoa, a little too much. Now I have real recipes in my cookbook that show you like actual seasoning blends, but we're just gonna go with this for now. Now 2 things are about to happen. We're gonna start cooking these foods, and then we're also going to preheat the air fryer for the steak. So that means I'm gonna crank this up to 450. Whoa Nelly. It's gonna have 5 minutes cooking. Start there. And I've got 2 delicious filet mignons we're gonna cook up. I'm gonna pat these dry. They've been sitting out so they are nice and tempered. Then we're gonna go ahead and spray them with some oil. And I really love to just salt my steaks and let that natural flavor shine through. And I'm gonna do the other side as well. So it has this built-in wireless thermometer. I'm just gonna insert it right here into my steak, right through that thick part. And now it's time to pop it in. And now I'm gonna do the smart cooking system. I'm gonna use a preset of the steak. I want it done medium rare. Actually, I might want, okay, medium rare right there. We're gonna cook it to the internal temperature of 125, and it's just gonna finish when it's done. Here's the temperature of my steak right now. Everything's gonna cook so beautifully. Now we're gonna take a little peek here. Oh boy, okay. These guys over here are done. I'm gonna flip these steaks and just scoop these veggies and potatoes out and set them aside. They can rest for a minute. Maybe my broccoli's slightly overcooked there. Now my steaks are gonna just finish up cooking. And now steak is done. It's just gonna rest. The entire unit stopped. Isn't that amazing? I'm gonna let my steaks just rest here. And actually, I've been sitting here thinking about this, and I'm just keeping it so real with you. This is what I would do if I was gonna do this over again. I would preheat my air fryer, highest temperature it could go, throw in my steak, throw in my veggies and my potatoes, so all of it at the same time. The steaks are gonna cook faster unless you love them like well done. When your steaks have come to the right temperature, you're gonna pull those out to rest, then drop the heat down to like 350 and finish up your broccoli and your potatoes while the steak is resting, and then everything will be done and ready and hot at the same time. That's what I would do. Now that it's done, to pull that thermometer out. Oh, wow, check that out. Medium rare steak, all ready to enjoy. Crazy good. In my very first air fryer cookbook, yes, I have an amazing blend for a whole chicken. It's on page 68, it tastes amazing, but again, a long list. So for me today, it was friction. That's why I'm just using a rub, because this chicken is still gonna taste amazing. I prepped my chicken. You know how much I love raw chicken here. I washed it up, I pat it dry, and I'm just using a seasoning blend that I found in my pantry. I do have a recipe in my cookbook for an amazing seasoning rub, but I'm keeping it simple today. Also, don't forget you wanna oil your chicken if you're gonna make a whole chicken as well. And I also love doing whole chicken in air fryer baskets because they are way easier to handle than using rotisserie function in those air fryer ovens. Like way easier. I'm gonna just pull this out and I can put this right back here. And it looks like if I want to enter that whole chicken mode, I press and hold this button for 3 seconds. Also on the app here, we can switch from timer to the probe mode. And now I can do all of the probe settings right here in the app as well. So I want to do that whole chicken. And then when I hit start, it's going to show me right here in a nice little graphic how to insert the probe. And I can go even more detail and watch this. Super cool. 6 pounds plus a thermometer fitting inside of this basket. Amazing. So I've got press side up. I'm plugging this in. The app was helpful making sure I did it right. I'm hitting OK. Then I've got to come to my device here, hit start, and there we go. Whole chicken mode. You can see this is the current internal temperature of the chicken. Okay, I started my stopwatch. So we'll see how long this takes. Usually it's about 50 minutes. Okay, here we are. You can see it has 12 minutes left and it's time to flip. To flip, we just stick our tongs right there in the cavity and flippy floop. Thermometer's still in, looking good. Time is almost up, less than a minute to go. Total elapsed time, almost an hour, which, you know, it's almost a 6 pound chicken. So my other ones have been 4 pounds and those took like 40 to 50 minutes and this is done. Wow. I'm just gonna let this rest. Oh, beautiful. I'm gonna let it rest in here to come all the way to temp there. So that will still work. And here we are, it's resting, and we can see that carryover cooking is in effect. That temperature is continuing to rise, which means we're gonna have absolutely perfectly cooked chicken. When you apply these 3 simple rules, it literally makes it foolproof. Now, if you want to snag that Typhur Sync air fryer, you click right here. You can watch my full air fryer review right here. And then I think you're gonna like this one as well. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.